Okay, I think we can all see my screen now. Okay, so hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Like the moderator has already said, my name is Uchechi. Please, I just want to confirm that you all can see my screen. Okay. Okay, so my name is Uchechi Chibuzo, and I am excited to be speaking to you about something that I'm deeply passionate about, which is product management. I am a product manager and a certified Scrum Master with 3 years of experience building amazing products. And I've worked across, SaaS, B2B, B2C. And I also coach aspiring product managers. And then on the side, I have a business. I've been managing my business for I think for about 5 years now. So I think what I'm going to be talking to you about, I have an experience, a little bit of experience on it. Okay, so over the years, I've seen how product management framework. Oh, I'm supposed to go to my about section. Okay. Okay, so I've seen how product management framework, the same ones that are being used by major tech companies, how they can be very powerful tools to help businesses, right? To help businesses to grow smarter, to help them to make better decisions, and also to serve customers more effectively. So in this section, we are going to explore what product management is and how we can apply like the core framework to your own business, even if you're not in tech. And I will try to keep things simple, practical, and example driven. No jargons here. Okay, so what is product management? First of all, I would want to tell us about what product management is about, and then relate it to how we can use the product management framework to elevate a business. So product management is about identifying the right problems, right? There is always going to be problems around us, and that's why it was specific, it specified the kind of problems that you solve, the right kind of problems, because it's not every kind of problem that we get to solve or we are supposed to solve. So product management is all about identifying the right problems to solve, and building solutions that people will love, and also making sure that these solutions are good for your business. So it's wanting to identify a problem and then create a solution, and then make sure that the solution that you're creating would be able to be good for your business and be able to also make profit for your business. And as a product manager, I don't just think about building of features all the time. I ask questions. I try to think about why am I solving this problem? Why are we going to build this? The problem that we are solving, who is it for? Who are users? What's solution are we going to bring to the problem that we want to solve? So as a product manager, I try to find ways to um, I try to find ways to bring solutions to the users, identify what their problems are, and create an environment whereby I can provide solutions to their problems. Okay, so product management is an intersection of the tech, the user experience, and also the business aspect. So now, why product management matters for business? So a lot of times, people just want to get into business, maybe for various reasons. Some people maybe because they want to make money, right? Some people just want to build something. They want to create something. They want to offer um, a service, right? But most times, many businesses, end up wasting their time, wasting their money, building things that doesn't really matter, or building things that people don't really care about. So at the end of the day, they end up wasting their time, their resources, and all of those. So what product management does is that it helps to give you a structured way to avoid all of this, the waste of time and money, right? So now one of the things it helps you do is to understand your customer better. Product management will help you understand who your customers are, what your customers' pain point or user needs are. So, and this is one of the reasons why product management matters for businesses, because whatever service you want to build, whatever thing you want to sell, one of the key things as a business owner is to understand your customer first. So that's why product management matters. Another reason why it matters is it helps business owners or individuals to prioritize what really matters. Most times as business owners, some people, sometimes we get caught up being maybe overzealous and want to do a lot of things, right? And doing a lot of things, we may be short of, maybe we don't have enough money, we don't have enough resources. When I mean resources, maybe human resources, time resources, and all. So product management, one of the things it does is to help to prioritize what really matters. And also it helps us to learn quickly. So we are able to learn from our mistakes, or learn from what our users are saying, or learn from the feedback we're getting, and it helps us to quickly adjust. So this is why product management matters for business. Now, I'm going to move over to the product management frameworks that would help you elevate your business. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed. Okay, yeah. So this is the first one, which is the lean canvas. So problem, solution, fit. So what's the lean canvas all about? So the lean canvas, it's like a one-page business plan template, and it helps entrepreneurs and product team to quickly and clearly outline their business ideas. And the lean canvas helps to validate your ideas quickly. So this also it helps to avoid the long business plan. Business plans could be a lot of work and take like a lot of time. So the lean canvas can help to avoid long business plan, and also focusing on like the riskiest assumptions first. And also it's very useful in the early stages of a product or a startup, whatever thing you are trying to do. So the lean canvas has 9 sections. right? One is the problem. So here this is where you list like 1 to 3 top, like the top 1 to 3 problems that your target customers face, like the problems that they are facing, right? So let's say you want to start like let me say maybe like a cleaning business, right? Maybe you should know like what your users, the problems that they are facing. So here in this problem section, you list like the top 3 problems that your target problem that your target customers would face, right? And then the next segment would be the solution. So you're going to like you state like the solution that you want to create for based off on the problems that you've identified, the problems that you found that your users have, their pain point, the thing that they've complained about. So you want to create um here you want to list out the solutions that your services will prefer, your product, whatever thing it is, will prefer to your users. Now, the next thing would be the unique value proposition. So what unique thing is your service, the services you want to render, the products you want to create, whatever thing your business you're doing, what's going to be the unique value proposition for your business. And it's supposed to be clear, compelling, should have like a compelling message that will state why you are different, and also what paying attention to. Now, the next thing you also look at would be, okay, your customer segment. Yeah, you list out the specific group of people or businesses that you're targeting. Who are you targeting? So now, let me say you have like a cleaning business, right? Maybe your the customer segment would be, maybe you're targeting very busy people who wouldn't have time to clean their business, or another one would be maybe like business areas, maybe offices, like that would need your services, right? Cleaning services. So you separate, segment your customers, so the specific group of people or businesses that you'll be targeting. Now, the next is the channels, right? How do you want to reach your customers? How do you want to get to them? What channels do you want to use? Would it be through word of mouth? Would it be through social media? Would you have to do some promotions? Would you have to create like billboards? Or so you think about the channels through which you can reach your customers. Now, the next one here would be your revenue streams. How would this your business make money for you? So we're still using the cleaning business, right? So now for the revenue stream, you could say, okay, one of the ways that this business can make money for me could be, yeah, cleaning, right? To go to clean people's place, like clean houses, offices. Another one could be maybe another stream of income could be that you want to also start producing maybe cleaning materials, right? Another could be maybe you want to start creating content for your business, right? Because nowadays content creation creates a lot of money. So you decide the streams of income, like how your business will make money. Now, the next one will be the cost structure, where you list the key, like the key costs that will be involved in operating your business, how you want, like the things that will take maybe your like monthly expenditures, what you would spend to keep your business running. So also your cost structure, what's your selling cost to be, or your selling price or whatever. So you also take note of that there. Now, another thing would be your key metrics. How would you measure the success for your business? Could be, okay, I want to have like maybe 10, want to attend to like maybe 10 customers a day, or you want to have like 10 people walk up to your store, or you want to have like 10 people visit your website, or you want to have people spend time on maybe your website. You have maybe a website where you write stories and stuff. You want people to spend time there, maybe at least certain amount of time on your website. So you decide what your key metrics would be. And then the unfair advantage. So what gives you a competitive edge that can't easily be occupied by other people? So you state that. And by doing this, it will help you to stay focused as a business. So it helps you to you're just centered on identifying your problems and your solution. And then it's very, if you're looking for like funding from investors and stuff, it's very easy for you to share with people, even key stakeholders, or your team members, share it with them. And also it encourages you to it encourages like experimentation and learning. So as you're doing this, you'll be learning a lot about your business, and like it's like you're trying out things for your business. And it's very important when it's very important to use this framework, right? When maybe you want to launch maybe a new business, a new product, or maybe you want to pivot to a different aspect of your business, right? Or maybe you're pitching to meet like an investor, like you want to prepare for a pitch or maybe an investor meeting. So it would be this lean canvas would come into play. So the next framework will be the customer discovery and validation. So here, this is about talking to your customers before you build anything. So as business owners, it's very important to speak to your users, your target users, who your target users are, to speak to them you before you go ahead to build that business, before you go ahead to build those services, whatever thing you want to create, right? It's important for you to talk to your users first, because it helps you to know what exactly they want, know their pain points, know what their needs are, and then it helps you to like tailor your solution to their needs and their pain point. And during your customer discovery and validation, it's important that you ask open-ended questions to find out what their pains are. So it's not just about asking maybe questions that, oh, yes and no. Sometimes ask questions that will make them to, when they give you some of those responses, right, you may find some gold mines in those responses, those open-ended questions. And you can do that by maybe sending out Google Forms to your users, or speaking to your users one-on-one, maybe sending them what do you call it, personal messages, right? For those that maybe you already have your users, right? You already know who your customers are. So customer discovery and validation is a very important framework to help elevate your business, because your customers are the life of your business. And if the solutions that you're creating for your customers, if they're not tailored to them, or if you're not addressing their pain points, right, you will just end up wasting your time. Now, another framework would be the prioritization framework. And I want to talk about two, which is RISE and Moscow. So the prioritization frameworks are structured ways to decide what to work on first. So a lot of times business owners, we have like a lot of ideas we want for our business. We have a lot of things we want to do, and these ideas are fighting against, the time, money, may be short of the time and the money. And so prioritization framework helps us to decide what is important and what we should work on first. Are we together? Just want to be sure that my network
Yes, we are.
hasn't.
Yes, we
Okay.
are. We can still hear you.
All right. Okay, so for small business owners, right, we most times we're juggling a lot of things. Some might need our immediate attention, some might not need immediate attention. So prioritization framework will help us to decide what we should work on first, what we should prioritize first. So that will bring us to let me talk about the Moscow first. Moscow, which means must have. M means must have. So these are non-negotiable product needs that are mandatory for your business, for your team, right? Then the S is the should have, which is no is important, right? But it can wait a bit. And also the should haves also they add significant value. Now the could haves, these are like the nice to have initiative that they have like small impact, right? They will have like small impact on your business if they are left out. There's little impact. Now they will not have, these ones are, they are things that are not like priorities, right? For a specific period of time. So like you can do without them. So now let me give an example of how to maybe use like this Moscow. So let's say you have a cleaning business, still using the cleaning business, or you want to start a cleaning business. So now for the must have could be maybe registration or licensing, right? Could also be basic cleaning equipment or supplies. Another must have could be deciding what's your menu and your pricing structure could be like, and also um, training your team, like right, the people that you want to work with. If you already have people you want to work with, or maybe if it's just you, then maybe you can do without that. Now, the should have would be something like maybe having like an online presence, right? Maybe creating like a simple website, or maybe like an online calendar, booking calendar where people can book for your services. Should have, right? Could the should have here could also be maybe you want to have like branded uniforms or maybe business cards for the business. Now the could have could be maybe creating like creating like maybe a mobile app or like a WhatsApp chat box for booking, like automatic booking. Um, maybe you have like customer loyalty or referral programs, right? Now, the won't have maybe things that are out of scope that you wouldn't be working on now. Could be that maybe you want to go into creating, making your own cleaning products that you want to sell to people, or maybe you want like an expansion, international expansion, right? So you right, like at the moment won't have, you're not doing it now, but probably in the future you could consider it. Okay, so now for the rice means reach, R means reach, I means impact, C means confidence. E means effort. Okay. So, sorry, excuse me. Okay, so the reach R, this refers to like the number of people or events that will be impacted by what you want to do, the service, maybe what you want to do at the moment, right? How many people will be impacted by this? The next is, sorry, the reach, sorry, how many people you would reach, be able to reach. Now the impact, that's how much impact would this feature, this thing you want to do, how much impact would they have on the users, on your people, on your customers or your users, right? Now the confidence, this refers to like the confidence in the ability of your team to like successfully execute this. And also the confidence level is also based on like the reach and the impact. Like how confident are you that the people, your users, the people that you think you'll be able to reach, and the impact that it will have on your users, right? Your confidence level. Now the effort is like how much effort it will take you, time and resources to be able to do, maybe to build that feature, to build that service or to start that service you want to do, right? So the effort it will take you to do what you want to do. So now the right score is usually calculated by, you do the reach times the impact times confidence over the effort. So that's how you're able to get that. Now, the next framework I want to talk about is the agile or agile or scrum basics, right? That's basically building in iterations. So agile is basically a way of working that helps your team to build product quickly, flexibly, and also with constant feedback. So instead of you trying to build like the perfect product all at once, like you just wait and then build everything you want to build before like you release it to the market. You build them in little bit, small by small, small by small, right? So say agile focuses on building small, usable parts step by step. And these steps are what we call iteration. So when I say building in iteration, that's what I mean. Now, Scrum is one of the popular agile framework, and it helps to like break work into short time periods. And these short time periods are called sprints, which is usually 1 to 2 weeks. And in each of these sprints, the team will focus on delivering a small piece of work, yeah, of the product that works and or can be tested or used. And each of these pieces that are being worked up to will all come together to make to like complete the product or the services that you're trying to create. So now let's think of iterations. Like, okay, so let's say you want to build a house, right? So you say by week 1 we're going to build the kitchen, And then when we build the kitchen, we'll test it. Now by week 2, we will build the bathroom. And then when we build the bathroom, we'll test it. By week 3, we'll build the living room. When we build it, we'll test it. So now each room is going to be complete on its own. But by the end of each week, by the end of week 3, right, you've built about by the end of week 4, so you've been able to build a complete house. So that's how these iterations work. Okay, so and how the agile or scrum can help power your business is that it helps it helps you to get to the market faster. So you're creating a business, so you're creating a service, product, whatever thing you're creating, you're building. You don't have to wait for like till like 6 months to launch. So you can just build like something they call an MVP. MVP is like the minimum viable product, right? So let's say you want to um let's say you want to build, okay, no, let me just do something like you want to start like a baking business, right? So instead of you waiting to, okay, you get the shop, get all your tools, get maybe you want to also do content creation for your business, get the ring lights, open your page, go and register your business, get like have like stickers, all those kind of things for before you start like your business, baking business. So you can just start by, first of all, you just have like your mixer and basic stuff to start your baking business, and then you start. And then while you're on it, you keep building small, right? You, everything is adding up to creating this your big bakery, or this big amazing bakery that you want to bake. So you start first by building like an MVP, which is the minimum viable product, and then you send it out to the market. And then when you do that, you're able to get feedback from your users to know what they think about your product, to know what if where they have issues, and then based on the feedback um you'll be able to iterate and updates and make changes to whatever thing you have to change. Now it also helps you to become flexible to change. So if you're building something, and then when you test, and then you find out that whatever thing you're building or working on is not quite what you thought, or is not what your customers need. So it helps you to be flexible. You just change and dance to the music of your users. Also helps you to be customer centered, user centered, and then it also lowers the risks. It lowers risk. So problems it's very easy for you to catch problems early on when you're working and then iterating, when you're working iteratively, right? And then for your team too, it helps collaboration. It helps you to work collaboratively with as a business, and or even with your workers or your staff. So now, what are the results you can expect, like from using these frameworks to power your business? It helps you make faster decisions, right? Because and it has to make faster decisions and wise decisions, because when you do like your customer discovery and validation, it will help you to actually you make wiser decisions, because you already know what your users want. So you already know what you're going to create, what solutions you're going to create to like tailor it to them, right? It also helps you with less waste. So you're not just doing things that people don't really care about, or offering a service that people would not use. Also, it creates happier customers. So I'm sure we've been in a situation whereby we've used the service, we've used the product, or we've bought something from somewhere, and you just realize that it was like whatever thing you got was just tailored to your needs. So customers are happy, and when customers are happier, what does it mean? You know that your customers are going to come back, and also you're going to get referred to their friends and family members. Also, it helps you to grow smarter, right? So you're moving, you're growing faster, and then you're doing it in a smart way, because as you're doing this, you're working based on the data that you have, right? It's helping you to work. You're not just working blindly, you're working based on the information you have from your users, and also your decisions are also data backed. So you grow smarter. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with this. So it's elevate your business by solving the right problems for the right people. Don't know if so. Thank you very much. Now is question and answer session.
Thank you very much, Uchechi. I really enjoyed the session. And one thing that stood out for me was when you talked about solving the right problems. Because you notice that some people just bring up businesses, so they are just working on something or providing a service, and they don't really understand the particular problem they are solving. So if you're a business owner, it is advisable that you know the actual problem you're solving and ensure that the solution you're providing is actually solving that problem. So you're not just providing a solution that doesn't have a problem. I also liked the prioritization part of your speech. Um, Thank you very much. You've taken time to explain this, and I hope those of us here are able to pick one or two